Hey, what's up guys? We'll see 69 here back at you and welcome to the channel and for another episode of Shitbox Central. So, today's project is a little different. We're working on the first gen Chevy. Long story short, got in it the other day and I was trying to cool it off because it's like super hot out and I just had this nasty burning wire smell, like really bad. Kind of freaked me out there for a little bit. I thought maybe I did something wrong with the stereo when I installed it a few months ago. But no, it turns out it was something simple. I'll show you what it is here. It is this guy right here. This is the blower motor resistor that I pulled out of it. I kind of figured it was it because as soon as I turned the AC off to try to pinpoint the problem, the smell went away. And as soon as I turned it back on, it came back. And if you can see in there, if I can get a good shot, I don't know if I'll be able to see that or not. Oh yeah, there it is right there. That terminal right there was just melting like bad. This thing was cooking, guys. Even when I pulled it out, it was a little hot. So today's project, we are going to be putting a new one in. Picked one up off Amazon. It was relatively cheap. I want to say I paid like maybe $50 for this thing. Might have been a little cheaper. I'll put a link in the description below. I think this was done before because this is literally like the same brand. This is not a GM part right here. There's no GM part number or anything. It actually looks almost identical to this guy. But you get a new plug for it, which the plug on the other end of the truck, and I'll show you in a little bit, is just absolutely cooked on one of the terminals. It also comes with a new little gasket to use on here, like where it goes right here to kind of seal the air. And then here you go. Here's the new product right here. This is a little bit beefier, feels a little bit heavier than the one I pulled out of it, but you can see, I mean, these things are literally pretty much identical. So I'm pretty sure it's made by the same company. And then you got some, I think maybe some instructions here, but we don't really need that. Now there's a couple different ways you can put this in. Some people can solder it, that I've noticed, and then you can just use crimp butt connectors. Since this is a common problem for these Chevy truck vehicles, I'm just going to opt to use some of these spade terminals here instead, because that way, next time it happens, which I'm sure it will, I can just disconnect it real quickly and then install the new one, without having to cut any more wires or making those existing wires even shorter. I'm using my kit again that I got off Amazon. This is awesome, guys. So I'm using this thing literally for everything. Kind of wish I would have bought the bigger one. But definitely, if you don't have one of these, you should pick yourself up one. I'll put a link in for that also. But yeah, let's get to it. I'll show you what the other end looks like because it is absolutely cooked. All right, guys, so I am currently in the truck, and this is the end that I had to pull out here. It's got this cover on it, like right here. Literally, guys, you got like I think it's a 7 mil. You get a 7 mil, one of these guys. Here it is right here. This is actually 7 millimeter. So there's one over here and there's another one over there, just two. Literally 4 screws for this whole thing. You actually get new screws with the new blower motor resistor. But all we have to do is just cut this out. You can see it's already been done before. So all we got to do is just cut this out, and I'm going to wire up the new spade terminals on the other one, and then we're just going to plug this thing in and then send it home. All right, guys, got it all wired up finally. That was quick and painless. So now all that's left is just to mount the new module here, and it goes up right there. You can see that, there we go. Yeah, it just goes in there with these 2 screws. They give you new ones. In case you're wondering what size those are, I had to dig out an actual standard socket. It's 7/32, I believe. Let's see there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so 7/32 for these little guys, and the other ones are 7mm that hold the cover on. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this in there, and we'll get it fired up, see if it works. All right, guys. Quick note: this little cover right here that goes on the bottom, it actually does have provisions for 4 screws. I only had to remove 2 because the joker before me who did this obviously left 2 out. So, which I guess I can't blame them, because it is kind of a pain in the butt to get those screws back in there. But yeah, so there's 4 screws, not 2, to pull this thing down. All right, just went on a little road trip. Everything works great. Went down to Casey's, got another Freedom Soda. Air is blowing, it is kicking butt. I forgot to mention that this particular unit right here is the one with automatic air controls. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering this. I guess there's a couple different styles. But yeah, everything went great. That was a pretty painless and easy fix. I wish they were all like that. But that's about it for this one. So until next time, we'll see you.